Today on the Euro Truck Podcast. Hold on to your wallets, the Steam sales have begun. American Truck Simulator is coming in February. Just Cause 3 got some patches. And we celebrate Christmas with our favorite games of the year. Hello and welcome to the Euro Truck Podcast with Andrew C.
And riding shotgun, I'm Jefferson B.
And Freelance Gamer. Happy holidays, everyone.
Yeah, Merry Christmas to everyone. This is a little bit different of a podcast, i.e., the Jefferson B is right next to me.
Hi.
So it's be a little different.
Yes, I'll be here today providing random facts and color commentary on Andrew C's driving, basically being the backseat driver that he never knew he ever didn't want. So here we are,
indeed.
and oh, come on, you had to go in the center of the road like that, really?
I feel like my truck is...
You're drifting, dude. You need an alignment.
I think I'm stuck at 55 miles an hour. I don't think I can go any faster than this.
Maybe your governator's on? Wow, you have a really fancy truck. What does this button do?
What
does this button do?
I think you turned my liggets off. Now you turned my truck off.
Wow, you even have like a computer display and everything. I like to think of it as my input on the comedy routine of things.
You're awful.
We are a comedy podcast. What can I say?
Seriously though, why is my truck so slow?
I thought that this is not a comedy podcast. This is indeed a gaming podcast.
Oh my goodness. Thank you for being so right, Uber. So I guess we do have gaming to talk about, and of course I think the big one on everybody's minds and credit cards right now, the Steam sale has gone live as of the day of this recording, and we'll be moving right through this through the 4th
By
of January.
time the public hears this, I will be broke.
Yeah.
I think by the time the public hears this, every one of us will be broke. I'm
Rip.
curious though, and I kind of want to throw it out there. I want to throw it up to thought with the advent of and the rise in popularity of humble bundles and other such bundly websites. Do you think this is actually going to hurt the Steam sale, or do you think there's still going to be so much money wasted in the Steam sale that it's silly?
I mean, I think it helps, but I think Humble Bundle for the most part goes towards it's normally companies that opt in for it or companies that need the help. Like I know that Deep Silver did it, so you can get a lot of their games, like Saints Row and whatnot. You could have gotten on Humble Bundles, but I don't think it hurts the Steam sale much. I mean, my Steam library, even getting rid of let's say all the games I probably bought through Humble Bundles, is 140 games. Mm-hmm. I don't think it hurt them much. And
right.
that's giving them a gross overestimate of saying I bought 80 games through Humble Bundle.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, so, I'm not sure because I know my library it's not a majority, but there's a decent portion that is games I purchased on Humble Bundle. Now I question out of that how many games I will play. That's always a question.
That's a fact. That's a real fact right there. Also, I'm so frustrated at the fact that my truck can only do 50 that I'm just running into things.
Well, you're the one who's going to have to pay the repair bill, not me. Speaking
Not
of people
really
that are
concerned.
paying the repair bill, Just Cause 3 released a patch the other day.
Indeed.
Improved some stability and some memory management, and improvised on some load times. That's improved. Autocorrect in my brain. I love it. So yeah, we've improved the load times here. Just Cause 3 was a wonderful launch title, a great continuation of the Just Cause franchise, and as of the time of this recording, if you go on to we were talking about Humble Bundles earlier, the first and second one, if you haven't had an opportunity to play them, just to even mess around and enjoy the wonders of explosion physics, those are available on the Humble Square Enix Bundle 3, which is a thing as of today. Andrew C, do you want to talk about American Truck Simulator? Because I am not as privy as you are to the American Truck Simulator.
Oh yeah, it's #America here. We got the American Truck Simulator that's finally got a release date. They've been talking about it for a while. They've been doing a lot of teasers, doing a lot of demo video and demo gameplay and pictures and screenshots and whatnot. The game looks gorgeous, and that game is going to come out on February 3rd of this coming year. So yes, in 2 months, you may no longer see the Euro Truck Podcast. It may retire. It may become the American Truck Podcast.
Because we are, in fact, Americans.
And we always
do we get a release price on that yet?
Not yet. No, I haven't seen the price.
Okay. Everyone keep track. Watch out if the game exists for a certain amount of money and doesn't have multiplayer. We probably won't be on it.
That's
No,
correct.
That's correct also.
If it does not have multiplayer, we won't be playing
Right.
it.
SCS has confirmed though. They did in some questions that they will be introducing a multiplayer system, just not at launch.
Right.
Yeah,
So it's something that I'm excited for the fact that they finally recognize the fact that this mod that we have grown so hatefully attached to is finally getting recognized as an official component of the game.
Yeah. And they did say, I have seen in the past that the people who do the Euro Truck multiplayer mod are already planning to port it over to American Truck Simulator. It's just a matter of how long that'll take for them to be able to do it and how different the games are.
Right.
So money and the multiplayer lacking aside, Blizzard soon style, we will be on American Truck Simulator.
Exactly. If the game, I mean, this game right here is about $30 game if you're not picking it up on sale. So I would assume that it'll probably be a $30, $40 game based on the way that they've released titles in the past, the way that their DLC structure pricing structure is. And this game is gonna, from what I can tell, is gonna be a lot of DLC long term, because they're doing groups of states. So it's not gonna be the entire country all at once. So the game is actually gonna launch with California as the first state.
Woo!
And from what I understand, the first DLC that comes after that is gonna be Arizona. But the release time on that is further out than February. So, and then they also plan on really doubling down on licensing and getting permission to use almost as many trucks, American trucks, as they can get access to. So
How to make more money 101. First, develop a game with only one state, and then keep tacking on more states as DLC.
And then people will buy states because they are part of that state and they want to show their state pride.
Hashtag
It's actually
America.
a really, really, really good marketing strategy, not gonna lie. And they started with California, which has some of the more odd and complex roads, and then probably the most cities
Yep. And
of
it's
any
the
state. So it
biggest-
makes sense. It's
the
huge.
biggest contiguous state.
Yeah, so like that makes sense. Like a good start,
Hmm
smart.
I mean, if they wanted to start small, they could have, or with Europe size, they could have started with Rhode Island, and we got a couple cities, and that'd be it. But yeah, that's.
I'm a little surprised they didn't do Texas, but I guess Texas would be a little boring.
Yeah.
Versus at least California could be like, I'm in the mountains, I'm at the beach. Oh my God, I'm in the desert. Like,
Here's Kansas.
right.
Yeah, that Kansas DLC is just going to be
No one's
so
gonna
much
buy that.
HD grass.
No one's
No.
gonna buy that.
You know what? You know what they're gonna do? They're gonna make it so that like they'll release Kansas, and Kansas is gonna be the only way to get like over to the East Coast because they won't release the rest of it.
Right.
It'll force people through Kansas like a bottleneck.
Honestly, I would be surprised if it doesn't end up being a multi-state DLC. So like, here's 2 or 3 states.
Here
They'll
is
probably do it in
the
chunks.
Northwest.
You know, right?
It's
Here's
like Oregon, Washington,
right. Here's
and
the
like,
Pacific
Idaho.
Northwest. Here's the Midwest, New England, Mid-Atlantic region.
Right.
South, deep South.
All things that are very doable.
Yeah. So.
The Yeehaw pack.
The
Yeah, exactly. That comes with some Texas
what are you doing
paints.
with your life? You need to now be working for SCS.
I mean, that would kind of fulfill what he wants to do is game development. But
Right.
I don't know that you want to move to Sweden.
Nope.
So that's about all that I know currently about American Truck Simulator. So we can move on to something else, like some disappointing news, like Elder Scrolls Legends being delayed into 2016 sometime.
See, apart from the fact that this is an
Yay!
Elder Scrolls game, what is the appeal of Legends? And why is, like, somebody explain to me why this is a good thing. I mean, it's Elder Scrolls, that's great. I love Elder Scrolls games. I think they're so immersive that sometimes they break themselves. You know, that's a
Right.
thing. You know,
Probably the same reason that they're like, hey, we have to look into this.
right,
But
but
like-
like delayed, that happens. If anything, I would like to hope that, I mean, this is a growing trend of we keep setting our deadlines too close.
Well, I mean, remember, so like the difference. Okay, so the thing about Elder Scrolls Legends is that it is a card game.
It is.
Yeah, it's a collectible card video game done by Direwolf Inc. Direwolf Digital.
So kind of like in a Hearthstone kind of thing, or like a Magic the Gathering duels.
It seems like it's gonna be like that, yeah.
Okay.
And they revealed it.
it's
They revealed it. They
so-
revealed it at I think just Electronic Entertainment Conference, the
E3.
E3.
Yeah.
But like, I have not seen anything on it. I'm not surprised that it's not coming out. And like, a lot of people were actually praising The Witcher 3 because The Witcher 3 had an in-game collectible card game, like an in-game card game, kind of similar to like Pazaak in the Knights of the Old Republic series, and like
Right.
and like they were like, oh, that's really cool, and it's like a really like, it wasn't just like, oh, here's a video game that we built the rules and world for, and oh, by the way, here's also a card game which we had to craft.
Right.
And they were like, that people thought that was great. So I'm not surprised that we're seeing a lot of card games, and we're seeing a lot of it, and I like that. I like card games, as long as we stick to like, you can get everything for free, even if it requires time. I'm cool with that. I don't want to be buying cards. I no longer play Yu-Gi-Oh. I did not invest in Magic.
But I definitely like that idea. I hope to see Elder Scrolls come in soon. We have to keep moving on, though. In childhood news, RuneScape, the beloved MMORPG that we grew attached to in middle school, played somewhat through high school, and then picked up again back in
The
college
game
because we had
we
nothing else
love
better to do
to
with our
now
lives.
hate.
That's
The
accurate.
game we love
Yeah.
to now hate. RuneScape has turned 15 years old, according to Jagex, and we wish them all the best.
1 year away from being able
Wow,
to
I
be tried
can't
as an
believe-
adult in certain states.
And it should.
That's kind of amazing.
And it should.
It's
I agree.
In 6 years, RuneScape will be allowed to drink. I can't believe it.
3 years I can
That
vote.
is,
Is it not already though?
I might have. All right, from some of the design that they've done, people who are influences on RuneScape have been drinking around RuneScape, so it probably started.
But we wish them all the best. So as INGC is getting ready to pull into Berlin here, and
I'm
in a little
nowhere
bit,
near Berlin because of
Okay.
the stupid governor.
we've got a little bit of
It's
time.
the worst thing in the world.
So while we have reached our cruising altitude, let us take this moment to reflect on some of our favorite games of 2015. Let's see. Uber, would you like to start us off just by naming off? Let's give us your top 5.
Fallout 4.
Okay.
Fallout
That's
4.
one.
Done.
Fallout 4.
That's 3.
Fallout
Okay.
4. Fallout
That's
4.
4.
And
That's 5.
well, there's also Fallout 4 as an honorable mention.
Right. Honorable mention of
What
Fallout.
about
of course. Of course.
Hateful Boyfriend? They made a Christmas edition.
That is not how it's pronounced. Hateful.
Hateful.
I don't think it matters. That does not make any
We have
difference.
literally just lost all of our Japanese viewership right now, guys.
Hateful.
I hope you realize this.
But
So,
top games. All right, so we know we got Ubers. I'm surprised that's
Yep.
it though. That's it. There's nothing else.
There's
I'm not-
nothing else. It
I'm
doesn't
not
matter.
surprised. That's what I expected.
Okay.
Okay.
That's
I'd agree with him. Fallout 4 was one of my favorites. What about you, Jefferson B? What do you got?
Honestly, for me, I would say my top 5. Probably for me, starts like the top of my list is probably Elite Dangerous, and not just because I've been playing it recently, but also because I feel like it scratches a very particular itch in the interaction of hardware and software, being able to work with a joystick, being able to move.
You mean Elite Dangerous Horizons?
No,
No, I mean just Elite Dangerous.
No, don't buy Elite.
15 game.
Don't buy Elite Dangerous.
yeah, it
buy.
Elite Dangerous Horizons though is a 2015
It
game,
is.
so I can use that as my substitute.
That works.
Um,
That's fair.
Yeah. Let's see. I would have to say can I throw in MMOs? Because like Arcade is a wonderful game that I really did enjoy playing. And that had a major content upgrade back in October. So it basically went to its 2.0 phase back in the October-November. It was a solid game. It's a fantasy MMO, very sandboxy in a lot of ways. I put it down recently just because I was experiencing some server connections and it was getting frustrating, and then Elite Dangerous happened and my life changed forever. What else is in my top 5? Agario, just as the game that completely blew me and took me by surprise, just blew me out of the water. The iPhone app, being able to just sit in my office and then a couple of hours later recognize that I am still sitting in my office playing as a bunch of dots swallowing other dots.
I would like to play. I would have liked to play that, but I kept getting
Oh yeah.
Oh,
That does happen.
right.
That does happen. I mean, it's it's the give and the take that you get for working with these types of games.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of
Very
what else.
true.
What else is some in my top 5?
I'll put one out
Yeah.
there that I think should be everyone at least to this podcast's top 5.
What do you got?
And it's not for the reasons you think. Batman Arkham Knight. That filled up so much airtime for us for so long and
so
helped
true,
with
though.
so
You're not
much of
wrong.
our content.
That really did provide a lot of content.
I'm trying to think of
Rocket League?
Oh yes. Yeah, we can add Rocket League.
I would say
definitely
Rocket
want to
League's
throw.
up there.
I think it's because it was so off the wall, and everybody loved it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I could not find a negative review of Rocket League, except for the people that are grumps and
I don't
didn't
like it.
want to like.
Uh,
Yeah, exactly.
Grump.
The Dr. Uber Shadows of the world.
Grump.
See,
Salty,
I
salty
enjoyed it. I think it's fun. I just don't know that I'd put it's already gotten to competitive. Like it's going to competitive. It's going to probably be a competitive
Sure.
game, and I'm like, but we're gonna walk that way.
Pull back. You gotta admit though, during its release,
It's a
it hit
PvP
right-
game. Of course, it's gonna be competitive.
Fact.
It hit the Steam Link, the Steam machine, the advent of couch gaming. I think it really hit right in the sweet spot of things. Right. I'd like to add. I want to add in onto the list for today. I want to add Star Wars Battlefront. Played it on the PS4. I loved the beta. I thought it was a very smooth beta in a lot of ways. And there was some honest feedback that actually impacted the final product. It wasn't just a demo.
Which I'm glad it did.
Come on, come on, Albert.
It's not.
You may disagree, and that's okay. I think just as far as making a game that delivered in the middle of Star Wars hype, which to this date I have yet to see the new movie, so if you spoil it, I am walking out of this door.
How you doing, Jeff? I got a good one for you.
I am leaving this podcast right now.
Here's the thing with this Star Wars
sucks
Battlefront.
because it doesn't have Jar Jar Binks in it.
Quiet you.
If we're going to be
Spoilers.
putting Batman Arkham Knight in
We
here,
can put that in there. Well,
we can put this one
can,
in here too.
I'll agree for the list of the Ghost Incorporated favorite as a whole. Sure, individually, nah, it's not even.
So that's good. So my games, since no one's let me talk.
Sorry.
Hey.
I've definitely put probably at the very top of my list is City Skyline, which is a phenomenal city building game. It's everything that SimCity 2013 was supposed to be, but EA went and screwed the whole thing up. And so the people over at Paradox really pushed this to be a good thing. So, and I actually just picked up real cheap on Amazon because they're also having a sale, the After Dark DLC for like under $5. So that was a good deal for me since I play the game.
Right.
Obviously, if you don't play that game, it's not helpful to you.
It's one of those things where I feel like it's not everyone's kind of game.
Oh,
but
yeah.
If it is your game, it is so your game.
Yeah, it's just like Elite Dangerous. If that's your kind of game, then that's
You're going for it.
Gonna be 100% like, sweet, this is the best thing ever.
Right.
Just Cause 3 should probably be on our list,
Sure.
Yeah.
right?
It's not that. I mean, it's got some problems, but it's not like it's a Just Cause game.
Yeah.
It's hashtag Michael Bay Simulator 2015,
Oh.
basically.
And that's not a bad thing.
Wait, what?
So I still approve of it,
Oh.
even if it's got problems.
Huh.
And of course, I mean, this only partially counts, but you do have GTA 5, the PC version.
Totally. That long-awaited. The whole reason why we are on our rant about delays and about why game companies keep setting themselves these deadlines that are way too close to everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I think
That's
I
about
think
all you can say about GTA 5. and
as
its
far
delays.
as things which took up airtime on our podcast,
GTA is up there.
that's one of them.
That one is up there. Yep,
Yeah.
sure is. And you can, of course, on Wednesdays see GTA 5, which is wrapping up very quickly.
We're getting there. So we're currently still recording it. We're getting there. Promise we're getting there.
Someday soon.
But we're
Not
a lot
Blizzard
closer
soon
than
either,
when we
like,
started.
Actually soon.
A lot closer than when we started. So, I mean, anything else you guys think should be on this
I'm
list?
trying to think of anything. I mean, it's not really a list. It's more like a bag. We got a bag of gifts of things that we love. I mean, GTA 5 is in there, man, 100%. And then I'm like, so right now I'm trying to like remember everything through And for me, I'm gonna say one, and I feel like only one person here might agree with me because they may have played it. Broken Age Part 2. Thank you God that thing is released. That game is a Double Fine game, and they're finally doing that. They finally finished that, and they're finally going to be doing something I want to see, which is Psychonauts 2. I was glad to see that come out though. That was really entertaining and really well done. I'm trying to think of anything else that I know of that's like particularly 2015, not like late 2014, like actual. And like I think that's about everything. I agree with you because next year's gonna be huge, and like this year was already huge. Like we saw the biggest turnouts for competitive gaming, for gaming cons, for everything that mattered, and now like we're becoming a year of the nerd. We hear you over there.
We hear your good hygiene habits.
Again, I muted myself, and then you guys hear me.
Yeah, that's been happening a lot with his mic.
Way to go.
And
Kyle, would you
and
like
on
to
that
redo your
aquatic
thought?
bombshell.
Well, yes, happy Merry Christmas to everyone. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Eurojoke Podcast, and make sure you keep track with us all the way through the end of the year here, as well as next year, because we're not going away. We'll still be here. And so make sure you have a good Christmas for everyone, because today is Christmas.
Right.
And we will see you guys next week.
And New Year's.